Welcome to Stitching with Cindy Botts. Today's project is a bottle bag for gift giving, and you can make them, of course, for any holiday, for Christmas, birthdays, any celebration where you're going to, bring a bottle of wine to a housewarming, anything like that. All right, so let's get started. So this bag has a 2-layer of material bottom. It has a lining that is the same color, and it has this drawstring. Now, in order to make it, I took and I figured out how wide the bottom of my bottle was. I simply found a bowl in the house that was the same diameter. You could trace the bottom of your bottle, but I found this was easier to work with. I took that and I traced it on the wrong side of a piece of the material. Now I have this doubled this material. There's 2 layers there. I traced the circle. Then I went ahead and here is my trace line. I sewed away, giving myself an extra 1/4 of an inch here to give me some more room to work with. All right, then I cut it with my wavy pinky shears just so that it was a nice circle and for turning and etc. All right, so there's the outside, and this will be the only spot where you're going to really see a seam is here and then in the pull string area. All right, so then I cut a 12.5 by 12.5 rectangle for the front and 12.5 by 12.5 square. Sorry, 12.5 by 12.5 square for the lining. I chose to make mine the same color. You can make yours different colors. That's up to you. I then laid the pieces right side together and sewed a seam here. All right, then what I did was I notched out about an inch by I don't know, an inch on each side, maybe an inch and a half, whatever is going to give you enough room to put your ribbon through. If you have a wider ribbon, you need to make this hole a little bit wider. So after you notch that out, you can either just make the cut up and fold it in and under, or you can actually cut it out, sew it on, fold it back under, okay, which is what I did. You can kind of see the line there. All right, so you just cut it and fold it back so you don't have raw edges, or cut it off, sew it on, and then fold it back. All right, so that gives you no raw edges for your pull through, your drawstring part of your bag. Then I went ahead and sewed down a 1/4 of an inch here to get the top of the bag strength. And then to finish the casing, I sewed here at the bottom where the cutoff is. Okay. Then I took and put the right sides together, opening it up first. Put the right sides together. Now you want to make sure that this does not get caught in your seam, so you might want to just pin it back so that it doesn't get caught in the seam. All right, so what you're going to make now is this long tube. All right, so you just put right sides together and sew your seam. Once you've got your long rectangular seam made, just pull it right sides out, and you have a nice square shape. Not a square shape, excuse me. You have a nice tube. It's more like a rectangle. This is your tube. I did not sew mine for an example here. I might regret that. So this was sewed down. Now you just take and fit that around your circle. So you just take your circle and you clip, and then you just work around and clip again until you have your circle fully clipped, and you go ahead and sew it. All right, so that would look something like of this. You're just gonna clip, and there'll be places where you have a little bit of a gathering, and that's okay. So you might want to start by doing a quarter and then easing that in, do a half and ease it in and clip again. All right, so just clipping that around and around and around. Then you take it to the sewing machine and you stitch down. Turn it right side up and feed your ribbon through the hole. And that's how you make your bag. All right, just feed that ribbon through the drawstring casing. Then I like to, when I knot the ribbon, slide that back in, and once you have it where you want it, sew it down here at the center so that you have something to pull against and that knot won't come out. All right, happy sewing. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye-bye.